Hi everybody and welcome back to Crypto Mastery. So again, we're going to continue on that theme of the 12 days of the Metaverse Christmas. Today is day 11 and I'm going to be sharing with you today kind of a hot IDO that's coming up within the next kind of 24 hours. So this is time sensitive. You need to get onto this immediately. I'm ready. That's why, hit the bell notification, hit the subscribe, because as soon as I release this, some of these are going to be time sensitive and you want to get in on quickly as we're starting this channel up. So, please subscribe and watch out for further notifications. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at Zombie World Z. So let's dig in and take a look at Zombie World Z. So first of all, I have to say, everybody loves a good old zombie game, right? Whenever Call of Duty comes out, people are waiting for that kind of zombies part of the game to become accessible, and it's just one of those really popular kind of franchises. So I'd expected to see one of these games coming out, and this looks pretty cool. So as we go through, obviously they're sharing a little bit around the kind of the game story itself. Zombie World Z is upgraded and developed based on Zombie Idle Defense, a successful and established game in the market. Currently, the publisher has transformed the upgrade by applying blockchain kind of technology and metaverse to the game mining in a new aspect with a game economy tied to tokens and blockchain on the Binance Smart Chain. So again, I like this. Again, I like this is the fact of this being on a kind of BSC. It makes it cheap. It's not the fastest network, to be quite honest, but it does make it cheaper, which is pretty cool. They're sharing a bit about the gameplay, the various characters, the fact that you can play to earn. So combat items that you can craft, upgrade, trade weapons and pets. There are countless heroes for you to own. Metaverse Explore, so a PvE mode. Players are connected to virtual reality technology to fight hidden bosses. Again, VR is becoming such a big space in the metaverse, and a lot of VR kind of MMOGs and metaverses and GameFis are going to be coming out in 2022 and are already out there as well, right? So I'll be sharing some of them as we ramp up those 12 days to the kind of metaverse Christmas. We look at this and we say, they've got champion contest event rounds. The person with the high rank will get experience and special items. They've got a multiplayer mode, one player mode, and they've got a kind of a map to explore. They've got a short video here as well. So again, the video doesn't really jump into the gameplay. You can see the gameplay at the end here. It's more of a cinematic kind of experience for this. So you can kind of see what this is about here. So you can go through, we scroll through, and then when we get towards the end, you can obviously see some of the gameplay for this. That are demoing. So it looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a, it's got a Plants vs Zombies kind of gameplay vibe to it, which is fairly cool. So I like that. They're sharing a bit around what their NFT marketplace will look like. So weapons, lands, pets, perks. A little bit on their hero system. So again, the assault, the spy, the sniper, the engineer. A little pet here. I have to say, I like the website as well, right? So I like the fact that they put time and effort in to create a really nice website. It's quite engaging. Tells me that they are putting the effort in to kind of even just the marketing aspect of this game. So if they put as much effort into the game development, then this will be a very exciting game to kind of keep your eye on. They shared a bit about the weapon systems as well, right? So the various things in place, and you can actually scroll across and look at some of this stuff, which is pretty cool. Same as the stuff up here as well, right? I love the artwork as well. It's a really cool set of artwork. And then they're just telling you about the currency in-game as well, right? So the ZWZ token is fuel to power in-game currency, which can be achieved by playing game modes, and it is a reward for players in tournaments or boss fights. So you got the ZWZ token, which is kind of the BEP20 standard. It's trading, governance, main ingredient used for upgrading or crafting NFTs. It's free to earn, ranking rewards, you know, you get it in tournaments, and it's a limited supply to 1 billion. You then got this brain token, right? And again, the brain token is again on the BEP20 standard. It can be used for trading, free to earn. Will be dropped in all game modes of the game. Brain used to feature and level up or crafting NFTs, and to determine plus level events when playing, and to stake and earn. And it's got an unlimited supply. I mean, from an investment perspective, you know, getting in on the IDO, really, you kind of want this, right? Because there's a limited supply of 1 billion, which means that, you know, the price of this will be a much better price than the brain token, which basically they can just generate more of those moving forward. And from a features perspective, we already talked about a few of these things, but you'll be able to stake like most games. You'll be able to farm. You know, there'll be NFT staking and renting. So that's obviously another concept that I'm seeing much more of in the GameFi space, which is not only you creating, crafting NFTs and selling them, but you've got this kind of renting or loaning concept in where you'd rent and loan those NFTs for passive income. So if you've got something like, for instance, in this game, a special weapon that's got like a lot of power or special perks to it, then you could potentially rent that out to other players who want to rank themselves up and kind of get to a higher level or defeat a boss or wherever it may be. So it's a good concept actually, because you can start to make a lot of passive income around these things moving forward. Yeah, they've got their roadmap, so Q3 2021, Q4, which is the IDO funding round, kind of, you know, the boss hunt metaverse mode integration. Then Q1 2022, you know, they're adding some other stuff, some other kind of game modes, community activities, and then Q2 and 3, they're going to focus on optimizing the in-game balance, battlefield and ranking, and kind of the metaverse land will open for sale in kind of 2022. This is interesting as well because from a land perspective, I don't know how the land's going to work in this game, but you know, metaverse land is a key thing on everybody's lips. Of, you know, we see a lot of videos around it, like, you know, be a millionaire by owning kind of metaverse land, and I will be doing a separate video on that, like, can you really become a millionaire from owning metaverse land, and kind of what's involved, and, you know, almost like how much you have to be in with a chance of actually getting some land and then becoming a millionaire. It's an interesting piece to look at, so I'll be doing a video around that. Shared some of their tokenomics, so as I said, you know, 1 billion supply, which is high in some concept, in like some scenarios, but it's also low in others as well. And then they've just shared a bit about their team, their advisors, and they've got some very cool kind of partners who are backing this as well, which I always like to see, like the really good backers around some of these projects. So how do you get in on this IDO, right? So there's 2 different platforms that you can get in to this IDO on. So let's take a quick look at what they are. So the platforms are Kingdom Starter, which, to be honest, I've never really used. I'm not a part of Kingdom Starter, and I've never kind of, you know, I've never really gotten anything through Kingdom Starter, so I don't know too much about the platform. You know, you can take a quick look at the launch pad, and a good thing to say is, like, you know, how many launches are they having? So are these the ones next to launch? Yeah, so they've got a bunch that are kind of next to launch. And they haven't really completed anything, which says to me that this is probably a new platform. And it looks like, you know, Zombie World Z is their showcase, right? It's their first one that they're looking to release, and it looks like they have 2 different options as well. So they have a private round, you get the price a little bit cheaper, so it's 0.0125 versus the guaranteed round, which is a bit more public, and you get 0.016. So a little bit of a difference in price there. Total raise is different as well, so this is probably more for the elite tier, and this is probably more for like the general tiering, right? So yeah, this is like Kingdom Starter. Again, I'll go through Kingdom Starter in a minute and just show you kind of the tiering options and how they work. You've also got BSCStation as well, right? So
Council of God, the middle realm shall not, the middle realm shall, the middle realm shall not,
and again,
the lower realm, the lower realm, the lower realm, there was a fierce battle, there was a fierce battle, there was a fierce battle between collision, war accident, war accident,
take a look at this one. So yeah, so we need to actually stake the tokens on here. So let's have a look. So Kingdom Starter, KDG. So let's have a look at KDG and what that's like on here. So let's go back. It says buy KDG. So King Live. Okay, so you can buy a Pancake Swap and so on. Okay. Just make sure it is the right one, right? KDG. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's the right one. So don't need to go here. So just making sure it's the actual right thing we're looking at, right? So this has fallen in price quite recently. So the price has gone down, probably as the markets are going down as well. It's following a similar trend. So you can get this a little bit cheaper than you could even like a few hours ago, right? It would have been more. You would have probably been paying around 0.029, whereas now you can get it for 0.027. So a slight kind of saving there. But again, this will fluctuate and ebb and flow, so look out for that yourself. And again, if we look at what you need here, so on Kingdom Starter, stake at least 5,000 to be eligible for a community kind of IGO. This is a guaranteed IGO if you want to get on that, so you need to stake at least 100,000 KDG, right? So if we go back here, With it being a guaranteed one, you need to stake at least that, which again is cheaper. So you're talking about $2,755. So out of the two, that's not quite half what BSCStation would be, but it's much lower than BSCStation. Again, like anything, if you're investing into a kind of a launch pad, are you investing just for this game, or are you investing for future potential as well? We've already taken a quick look at Kingdom Starters to say they have got some other things coming up moving forward. But I imagine that, you know, when we look at BSCStation, there's probably a lot more that is coming up in the future that you can kind of invest and kind of get in on. So it's really up to you which platform you go for. So thanks again for watching this video. Hopefully you found it interesting. Again, I think this is another really good pick, both from a short-term investment perspective, but it's also got that potential long-term, what with the backers, this gameplay style, the stuff that's going to come out in the future, their roadmap. I think this is a great investment that could, you know, again, go anywhere from kind of 10x to 100x over the next 12 to 18 months. So whether you're investing for the short term or the long term, this is a super good investment. I will just say again, you know, I'm not a financial advisor, so all of this is my own advice. Please do your own research. Please invest where you think, you know, there is potential. I just want to share this with you as a community, share where the potential gains are, and kind of get you in on things before, you know, that price climbs and you kind of miss out on the opportunity. So enjoy the video, look out for more videos moving forward, and have a great day.